entire video of just fighting a creature that I don't understand how to defeat. Good thing that thing was behind it, otherwise I would have never figured that out. Might as well read these, right? Or maybe I should read them all at the end. We'll read them all at the end. As a parting gift, I suppose, to the game. Because I will not be playing this again. Play this again. Man, I can't deny how good those masks look. Like, I want one. Just for the fun of having it, you know? But I don't know, I don't want to seem like a freaking cultist, you know? Dagger of the ancients. Let me eat these. I need to slumber like really bad. Oh, there's more stuff down here. Okay. Okay, let's look for more books, because that'll help me get up certain knowledges. Be able to do more. I'm not even gonna read it. It's fine. Out of obtained. That is
another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
This I'll read. The pastor declares himself to be the prophet. He renounced God and worshipped a strange pagan entity with monstrous appearance. His wife tried to reason with her husband, but in vain. He was convinced that he must listen to this voice in his head because it holds the truth. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, hold on. Let me look at these pieces real quick. So we got a rook, 2 horses, and the king fully surrounded. This is... Is this checkmate? Hold on. It goes up to... over 1, I think, and then it goes there. So it can't take that piece. He can take the piece to his left. Oh, no, he can't. That is fully protected. Yeah, that's looking like checkmate, don't it? And then if he goes there, then he's stuck. And Loki looks like checkmate. Okay, so that game is over. Maybe I should read these. Whoa. The monkey brain. The monkey brain. The monkey brain. The monkey brain. Set the place ablaze, set the place ablaze.
What happened here?
Okay, hold on. Before we do all that, come back. I'm not done exploratizing the worlds. Alright.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers placed truth on the same footing as a religion.
Handbook on anatomy and dissection. Okay, so that's for the medical thing. Good, good. Good, good. Good, 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 good. Alright, now I'm ready.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from?
Well, probably from the front door,
Blood. Seems like amateur work.
right? That hurt a lot. Yeah, is there blood? Is there traces of blood? Because the wound would just keep leaking if it came from glass. It'd most likely slice an artery if he did attempt.
Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably.
I don't know, I wouldn't say tall. Looks like a direct hit. It's probably just as tall as I am. I don't know, maybe a little taller, I guess. Linguistics. Mysterious green ooze. Somebody has dropped
No sign of
ooze.
struggle. If the burglar smashed this jar, it wasn't intentionally. Was he hurt then?
Doesn't seem like it. Seems to be a single. Is that a footprint? Yeah, 2 footprints. Is he looking for something? Doesn't look like it, no, does it?
What killed all these animals? What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work?
Probably this fucking symbol. Also, I have been looking around left and right.
Hawkins? Looks like the symbol rejected Hawkins. Where did I see it?
Perhaps
What
for
sort
protection.
of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
The woman had the Necronomicon?
Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
Abra la puerta.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Page seems to be hidden here. It's possible to read. If somebody finds these memoirs, there will be no doubt that I am in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in the plane of reality in order that they be recovered and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother, if she is still of this world. The following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are found in 3 cylinders. 3 cylinders. each hidden where life and study combine. Each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. I wouldn't know that if it bit me on the ass. I'm not even gonna lie. Whoever reads these lines demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine, can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. Okay. Each cylinder is numbered. If even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. If by chance a person, or should I say a genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination to the safe, I would ask I would ask they deliver its contents to the safekeeping of my friend and colleague, Professor Armitage of Miskatonic University. The content of this safe is not only a vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that is far more too dangerous for it to fall into the wrong hands. I hope that you will be able to appreciate the danger that this represents, and that you will act accordingly. In any event, I will either be there to guide you, nor to suffer from your your, your actions, nor to suffer from you actions. Yeah, it's supposed to be your. All right, so now to look for these thingies. Ooh, anatomy and dissection.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills? What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
This key that bears the elder sign is the only one able to protect your psyche. In it is in the form of a cylinder medallion hanging at the end of a heavy chain. Hundreds of years ago, the star and the branch, whose purpose is to push back the forces of the great old ones, were engraved at its center. Everything points to it being Charles Hawkins that tore it from its last owner, an Egyptian antique dealer in press cuttings that mention this misdemeanor. The date of the robbery coincides with the last of Hawkins' trips of to Cario? Cario. Cario. It remains to be seen whether he knows the true purpose of the artifact. Try to find it. Okay. I will attempt to look for such things, because it seems rather important. It whispers. Also, there's something secret here. Where's the secret? Ah,
What a strange amulet. I have a feeling I'd better not touch it.
the pendant is in the shape of a large dog. I don't know what it represents. I might find out more by searching the bookstore. Okay. Did you just take it with you? Oh no, it's just in the diary now. Alright. Well, I have the secrets. Oh wow.
Arkham editions. Never heard of them. How many volumes are there in this collection?
I'm not
Another
reading all
volume by
these.
Arkham editions. Arkham editions. Never. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham editions. Arkham editions. Never heard of them. How many volumes are there in this collection?
I'm only clicking on them so that way if we gain any information from having them. Oh.
Things are not looking good.
Yeah. I'd have to say the same. Although, like, yeah, I guess it depends on which way you're going. Oh no, the queen is there too. I didn't even see that before. And then I think what's it called? Yeah, the priestess. I don't remember what it's called.
Things are not looking good. A kind of chalice.
Drink from it, pussy. Open the safe. I've refilled my thingy.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
Would I read the book? Indeed, read
What
the
does
book.
this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
This collection catalogs and classifies creatures that I have never heard of. Divinities from the stars, creatures capable of traveling from one dimension to the other. To another, it represents itself as the reference work on the bestiary of the myth. Without giving details on the mythology to which it refers, its pages are covered with phantasmagorical illustrations. I don't know. I think they make him look kind of cute. You know what I'm saying? Like Shambler has never looked better. Me personally, I couldn't see it from a distance. You know, like when it got up close, it was like, hey, it was all right. It was a pretty cool dude. You know, as he plunges his fist right through your fucking stomach. It was pretty cool, man. Anything else? No. Any secrets to behold? Let me walk her. Let me do like a little lap, right? Do a little lap.
And
Oh.
these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Oh, I can't hear it anymore.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
The Queen has little protection.
Yeah, to be fair, it'd be. I mean, yeah, you can't really move it, now can you? Oh shit, I was looking at the wrong one. The king has all the protection, doesn't he? So we go up to or no, up one, and then over two. And that goes there. It goes, okay, yeah. And then, yeah. Yeah. Life is but a chessboard. So wait, is he gonna do this automatically then? Okay, no. This is clearly not gonna work. Okay, I was supposed to find the cylinders, but apparently I'm not smart enough to look for such things. Oh, I thought that was an easel for a second.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
I need to sneeze. Alright.
Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was... What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
Oh, this is the one. A collection of poems by Edward Min Derby, also known as the Nightmare Lyrics. This collection of poems was sensational, received when first published in 1908. Derby was only 18 years old. This volume is part of the Arkham Anthology, a luxurious collection of treatments and works on esoterics and the supernatural.
What did
Apparently,
Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
oh, maybe first one's 9? Okay. 9. And then can I... Wait. Okay, I wanted to see if it would make a different noise. I was literally gonna, like, do it the old-fashioned way. Okay, so, alright. Let's listen to the first cylinder
And
again.
these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Hold on. Now that I look at it, I think it's the last one. How do I switch over? Okay. 9. Okay.
What did Drake say about this collection?
Um, so the first one would have to contain. Can I look at that one,
Drake
please?
talked about a particular volume.
It's just. Is it all the same thing?
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
Okay, which one is this? This one is 10, 13. Wait, 13? There's no 13 here. Oh. Hold on. If he doesn't say it again, I might as well.
What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
2. Collection of texts differs belief on what's written in the legendary philosopher. It includes a translation of the Emerald Tablet. So the first one is a 2. Since there's no and the last one's 13, so I don't even know, maybe a 3? How about 1? No. Hold on, maybe I should read that one again.
What did Drake say about this collection?
Oh, it's not that one. Hold on.
Drake talked about a particular volume.
No.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
It's an 8. Okay. It's not. I'm such a foolish man. Alright, 8. How do I attempt to open? What is around this? What is on the floor? Damn, there's a lot of cockroaches and rats here. Covered in bug juice. Gross. Yeah, 289, right? What was the second one?
What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume.
Yeah, hold on. Okay, so I know the first one's right. I know the third one's right. Let me listen to the second tape again.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
So yeah, this one's the Emerald Tablet. So this one belongs to the first one. Alright, that's a 2.
What did Drake say about this collection?
And then he said something about dark. Can I please look at that one? I know this one's the last one, and it says it's a
Drake
5.
talked about a particular volume.
Let me just try it, because I can't even read it. You know, I could probably just scroll through it and get it right. The one about the
So
Emerald
these are
Tablet
the
is this
volumes
one,
that
right?
Drake was talking about in his message.
It has to be, right? It has to be in that order. 2. And then we need the Dark Order thing.
What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume.
Oh, we're controlled by mothers of his people. Okay, so this is the first volume. Alright, so it's a 1. Wait, which one was that? That was the second one. 1. And then the last one is 9. Or is it 8? It's 8. Isn't it? Is that it?
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
Okay, I'm not reading these, and that's the reason I'm messing it up.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
He never gets tired of
What did Drake
browsing
say about
through
this
them.
collection? Drake talked about a particular volume.
This volume is part of the Arkham anthology.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume.
Oh, this one's a 9, right? It's 1, 10, and then if the 1 is behind the 10, it's 9. Why won't... I don't understand. Did I do this wrong? What's going on?
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume.
So it should be the second one, and then that one should be the
So
third one.
these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
(1908). Derby was only 18 years old. No, I'm just guessing, bro. Because it's gotta be too. Like, am I retarded? You know what? Hold on. Okay, let's look at those volumes again. See if they all have numbers on them. Okay.
What did Drake say about this collection?
So this one's got 1908 and 18 years old. Right? That's the third
Drake
volume.
talked about a particular volume.
And then this one happened in the 16th century.
So
What was
these
the
are the
last one?
volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
I feel like the one in the middle is the one that I'm missing the most.
What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume.
You know, maybe we should try 768. Infamous lyrical work in Italy, 1768. It is said that the opera was performed only once, resulting in an audience riot that left several dead and missing. The only reason that I'm assuming that it's this one is because this one is the only one that seems like an outlier of all four of them. And this one I can read. The other three I can read. But this one doesn't make sense. So I'm gonna try 768. 7, 6, 8. No? I thought I broke it for a second. Alright. What did it say? Wait, hold on. What did that say? Let's see. Clues. Um, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Okay, so that's where we find the cylinders. Each cylinder is numbered, even if the celebrated author says order is the pleasure of reason, but the disorder is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I'd admit that reason usually prevails in the end. Okay, so that means that it's not actually in order. So
these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
So we got 9.
What did Drake say about this collection?
2, and
Drake talked about a particular volume.
this one.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
And 1.
What did Drake say about this
9,
collection? Drake talked about a particular
2,
volume.
and 1. 9, 2, 1. Okay, 9, 2, 1, and then we tried 9, 1, 2. Now we gotta try 1, 2, 9. 1, 2, 9. Then we'll try. We'll switch those 2 around. The 9, and the 2. Right? And then we'll switch. Let's see, we tried 9 and 1, so we'll put 2 in the beginning. And then, hold on. Cracked out, alright. 1, 9. No. Nope. 1. No. No? I swear it's this one. Hold up. I'm really trying hard to freaking figure this out.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
It might be this. No, what is this? An 8. So let's try it with the 8s. Yeah, but now I gotta figure out which one's which, bro.
What did Drake say about this collection?
Opera in 8 acts by an infamous lyrical work published in Italy in 1768. Wait, he said he couldn't. Wait, he said he couldn't. What's it called? It is a trick. It is a trick. Hold up.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
And I said browsing. I don't know.
Drake talked about a particular volume.
So now we got 2 sets of numbers. So we got 9, 1, 2, 8. 9, 1, 2, 8. 9, 1, 2, 8. Nope. 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 9, 1, 2, 8. so let's put the 8 here. Right, and then we'll go ahead. Oh, the 1 here. No, let's just leave it how it is. Okay, done. That is officially a play. Let's put 1 here, 2 here. Try it. No. Okay, so then we try. Hold on. Put the 9 here. I'm not gonna remember all these. 2. Okay. Now that there's 4 combinations, this actually bugs the hell out of me. Hold on, I'm just gonna write it down, all the combinations that I can. Real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna real quick pause the record. Alright, so let's try this again. So I have a few here. So 9, 2. I'm working backwards right now. Alright. Hold on. Let me start from this one. Holy shit. The nameless bookstore. Pierce traced the trail of an attempted burglary. He discovered that Charles Hodgkins was behind the attempt. Pierce opened the bookseller's safe to find what the latter and Sarah Hawkins had hidden here. A book covered in human skin lies inside. Irresistibly attracted the detective. When he opened it, his mind was projected into another body. Okay, no one's calling me. I'll be back later.